about the time when the enemy sent his agents into my home to attack my husband and my newborn. I want to preface this by saying this was not a dream. This was real life. This is also why, as a wife and a mother, especially if you're Christian, really if you're Christian, and you have already professed Jesus Christ as Lord, you cannot afford to live a dull spiritual life. Until this point, I had not truly taken my Christian walk seriously. Prayer, seriously. Reading my Bible, seriously. Nothing, okay? It was one night I was sleeping in the bed, and I was jolted awake. At this point in time, I still had the fear of the dark, which is somewhere on my page. I tried my very best to kind of reason out of it. And I sit up, and I hear the Holy Spirit say, very faintly, pray. But it was like urgent. Then he says, I go get out of the bed, and I went to go check on my husband. He was in the next room with a newborn. As I'm going to check on him, I literally turn to the right, and to the right is down the hall. And at the end of the hall, I can't explain it, but I get a sense of fear and extreme seriousness, for lack of a better term. But because I've already had that fear of the dark, I reason it away, once again, dulling the discernment because I had not been in this secret place. Catch it. I then go check on my husband and the boy. They're all good. I go back to the bed. I'm disobedient. Of course, hindsight is 20/20, so you see, I didn't pray. I tried to go lay back down. I sit up and I hear the Holy Spirit say a little louder, pray, that same firm. And then I start kind of praying, and I didn't know what to truly pray in regular English, so I started praying in the Spirit. It was, again, very, lackadaisical type of prayer. And then I heard, pray, even though I was praying in the Spirit, like my heart was not in it at that point. And so I started, now it comes up, this now. But back then, it was barely starting to, okay? Then I hear my husband's door open, but I'm thinking it might be him. He's in there in the baby's room. And now this is my husband's point of view. He tells me that he was sleeping with my newborn on top of him. And all he felt was one arm around his neck, one arm on his chest. He's sleeping on the baby's futon. We had a futon in there back then. And he is sinking into the chair. I cannot explain it. Literally, of course, we know a chair, you can't sink into it, but he was going into it. And the baby was being ripped from his arms. And he did all he could to stay on it. And at this time, my husband was also dull in the spirit. My God. So the baby is being ripped from him. All he knows at this point is to say, Jesus. All I hear from my room, because again, I'm in the master, is Jesus. And then he says it again, Jesus, because his mouth was covered. I forgot that part. The first Jesus, I barely heard it. That second one, I heard it. I come running. And then he tells me about the whole experience. When I tell you, as a woman of God, you cannot be lackadaisical, because hell is counting on you just being dismissive. This is not to scare you. If you prepare, if you're already in the secret place, there's no reason for you to be scared. And if you're not, there's still no reason for you to be scared, because you have the victory. Get into your secret place. That's where your power is. That's where your victory is. And I'm telling you, women of God, and men of God as well, because the men are supposed to be the priests of the home. Cover yourself, cover your home, cover your wife, and cover your children.